And obedience at this forum is being represented by no other person than Dr. Moses Paul. Where is Dr. Moses Paul? You should come and represent the obedience at the high table. I know him, he always go to hide. And once he hide, he's planning something. The Madmo, we see you. Other members and representatives of obedience who I'm going to recognize here should be at the high table on this side, include Ifa Ichuku Alex Chigozie. Can we stand up for recognition? I'm coming. We have Ezo Koli Blessing Jack. Just stand and wait for us. My great man, I have Pamsin Dayat here. The great obedient. You have to. You were chairman of the coalition that made us what we had. Come over this side. We have a high chief in the house. One of the elders of the Labour Party. He's elder not by age, because I know he's not an old man. He's an elder by what he has been doing and what he has done for Labour Party. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Peter Ame, High Chief. Peter, come over to this side. He was our candidate in Kogi, one of the largest local federal constituency in Kogi State. You are welcome. May I recognize great people who have helped this party in no small ways. People like I'm told that one of our former deputy national president is here. Comrade Callistus Okafor. Deputy Chairman, come over here. You won't stay on that side of the aisle. This is for some of us who are small men, people like me, who are small people there. So you have to be here. You are welcome. And our own former national, or is he still serving? You know, when we hear what is happening today, she still is supposed to be serving. Our former national treasurer. Exactly. The woman of action. Oluchi. Let's recognize you. I have only one woman here. Come over to this side so that we can now have two women here. Be fearless. So that's it here. Oh, okay. We'll get another seat. We'll get another seat. I've been told that I've made what is called a protocol, a grave mistake. One of our former acting national chairman of our great party is here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mrs. Maria Lebeke. Maria Lebeke, you may know, was the former deputy national chairman, not when A.A. Salam was the president, was the national chairman of this party. She acted as the national chairman for 3 months, 3 good months, before the nemesis of our party, under gunpoint, surrendered her and took away her mandate. Can we that is a comrade, the comrade, former national chairman, acting national chairman, former Deputy National Chairman. Please forgive me for not recognizing you in due time. I'm equally told that there are other former national officers. There's a former national youth leader, or is he still the national youth leader? Ladies and gentlemen, Rabbi, I've been told he's here too. The comrades, you. You see, what I noticed in this gathering is a convergence of forces. That yesterday we are not talking together, but the political commission has brought us together. I think we must clap for the political commission. Because I know sometimes, some months back, some people here will have not been talking to some people here. But today, we are starting a new level, a new life in Labour Party. And when we take off, by the time we get to the cruising level, Nigeria will know that we have arrived. I welcome all of you to this. Please, if you know you contested for one position or the other in the last general election, can you stand up for recognition? All those who have contested, congratulations. You are the reason why we are here. You are the reason why there's a Labour Party, a strong Labour Party. If you don't have a candidate, if you're a political party and you don't have a candidate, you cannot be called a political party. And the Electoral Act has made it that when you don't win any position, you are deregistered. You are the reason why we will never be registered. Can we clap for you once again? Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for... I will, going forward, be recognizing many important stakeholders. I know that along the CNN, we have Engineer Fidelis Wanko, a former minister, former National Commissioner of Independent National Electoral Commission. Mr. Minister, Mr. National Commission, can you greet us? You know, I don't go take that one. Greet us the right way. He was an aspirant to the office of the governor of Ebonyi State. This time around, you will get there in Jesus' name. Thank you very much for coming. We have Chief Edozie Ezugwa. Chief Edozie Ezugwa is a very important critical stakeholder of our great party, one of the people who make things to happen and who have made to the success of this business.
Our National Elders Chairman.
Okay. I'm equally told that the chairman of National Elders Council, Chikamwoku, is here. Please, can you come to this side of the aisle? And I've been told now that the former National Legal Advisor is here. Chief Kimbade, barrister at law. Oh, current. Can we give you a round of applause? They cannot succeed. They cannot succeed. You're welcome. You're welcome. LPPMC is being represented here also by Chief Patrick Olori. Can we stand up for recognition? You're welcome. Chief Doctor Mrs. Osayuki Asemota, Can we recognize you, please? Ambassador Dr. Emmanuel David is here too. And our powerful architect, Badmus, is here. Very strong pillar of this great party. Ladies and gentlemen, I will hand over a microphone to the chairman of this occasion. Thank you very much, gentlemen and ladies, our great party. Can we stand up and show respect to our great country? We're a great party, so we are aspiring to be in Aso Rock, so we'll start practicing it until we get there. The national anthem, please. Arise, O compatriot, Nigeria's call obey, to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and mind, one nation bound, freedom, peace and unity. The Workers' Solidarity song, can I call on Comrade Rose Amara to lead us in the Workers' Solidarity song?
When the union inspiration through the workers' blood shall run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Yet what force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? For the union makes us strong. Solidarity.
Solidarity forever.
Solidarity forever.
Solidarity is forever. For the union makes us strong.
They have taken untold millions that they never tried to earn, yet without a brain and muscles, not a single will could turn. We can break their haughty power, gain our freedom when we learn that the union makes us strong. Solidarity.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity. Oh, shouting
Solidarity forever.
For the union makes us strong.
In our hands is placed the power greater than their hoarded gold, greater than the might of armies magnified 1,000-fold. We can bring to battle new world from the ashes of the old, for the union makes us strong. Solidarity, solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. Victory, there is victory for us. There is victory you very much.
Thank you very much. Can we give a round of applause to the wonderful anthem of Nigerian Labour Congress, the workers' anthem. May I call on Dr. Comrade Joseph Ndiran to give our own anthem, the Labour Party anthem.
Labour Party, can we still be upstanding, please? Let's be upstanding. This time around, everyone will open his mouth because this is Labour Party anthem. Labour Party is our own. Labour Party is our own. No. Nigeria go better when Labour Party come. Labour Party, open your mouth. Labour Party is our own. Labour Party is our own. Oh yes, Nigeria go better when Labour Party come. One more time, Labour Party is our own. Labour Party is our own. Nigeria go better when Labour Party come. They rule. Labour Party, jam your hands together for Labour Party. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. We've done all the necessary justice to our own great party and our principals, the Nigerian Labour Congress. This is the time we commune with the Lord. And I don't know whether we can use the second stanza of our anthem to do the prayer. Can we stand up and use the second stanza? One, two, go. God of creation, thy great and noble cause, thy dahlia lead us by, and you try so to know. In our commit, see to cross, as this is just and true. It's all it's after when you view a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Thank you very much. Can we get seated? We are going to start running now. We are inviting the chairman, acting chairman of Nigerian Labour Congress Political Commission, Professor Theophilus Ndubako, to come and tell us why we're here. Professor.
You can see that I had to pause. The reason being that I'm really very excited. I think I should be the happiest person in the world today because finally we have come to show that we are the people who believe in politics without bitterness. If you look at the array of dignitaries that are around us today, you will agree that nothing is going to stop us from moving this party forward. Before I start, please, this meeting is being streamed online, and I want to apologize to anyone who is viewing this from any part of the world who feels that he is a major stakeholder of Labour Party, but he was not invited. So I want to apologize. We are not Holy Spirit. So we could only reach those we could reach. And you know, that invitation, we said it admits, that the card admits, the invitation admits. So we're not able to reach all stakeholders, but we want to believe that at the end of the day, anybody, anywhere that has something to contribute, our door is very wide open. This is Labour Party. You know, it is the party for the masses. So anybody that was not invited, if you are watching us, please, it is not because we wanted to, you know, disregard you or slide you or whatever, or slide you. So having said that, I will have to go and read my speech. Addressed by the chairman of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC Political Commission at the all-inclusive and expansive stakeholders meeting of the Labour Party scheduled for 8 April 2024 at the AGN Park, Gudu, Abuja. We have, I can't mention all the names of the people here, so I will say, Mr. President, sir, Comrade Umar, and then I go to the person representing our leader, Dr. Talco, and then I go to the BOT chairman, SOZ Ejiofor. And so all protocols observed. I'm already. Comrades, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the all-inclusive and expansive stakeholders meeting of the Labour Party being held today, Monday, 8 April 2024 in Abuja, Federal Capital Territory. The takeaway today is all-inclusive and expansive. And you will come to understand the reason why that word has become the catchphrase. The Stakeholder Summit convened at the behest of the Nigerian Labour Congress Political Commission, pursuant to the status of the Nigerian Labour Congress in the Labour Party's constitution as a registered trustee, a status that is further buttressed by a Federal High Court consent judgment delivered by Justice, which established that the Labour Congress, Nigerian Labour Congress, is the owner and promoter of the Labour Party. This consent judgment was recognized by the immediate past leadership of the Labour Party as a fulcrum for the reorganization of the Labour Party, especially given the long-drawn crisis that has bedeviled the Labour Party and scuttled her progress. The crisis in the Labour Party is unfortunate, and this development in this party is also inconsistent with the ideals of the founding fathers of the Labour Party, which was established as a political vehicle wielded on the ideology of social democracy for all Nigerian workers, professionals, markets, women and men, youths, farmers, and the masses of our people. The Labour Party was founded just for the purpose of contesting elections. It was not founded just for the purpose of conducting elections or contesting elections. The party is an ideological movement which primary purpose is the conscientization of Nigerians on the need to foster good governance, accountable political leadership, and consensus for national development based on the principles of social democracy. The contestation of elections into public political positions is only consequent on the mobilization of Nigerian workers and people around the ideals and ideology of social democracy, good governance, and public accountability. Unfortunately, for many years now, The Labour Party has been turned into a vehicle for the sole purpose of contesting elections. This has turned the Labour Party into a mercantile party like other reactionary political parties. The Nigerian Labour Congress, through her political commission, has made several efforts to realign successive leadership of the Labour Party to the lane of fidelity to the ideology of the party, moral rectitude, financial probity, and mass mobilization conscientization of Nigerian workers and people around the pristine values and principles of the Labour Party. Unfortunately, again, these interventions were met with a lot of resistance from successive leadership of the Labour Party. This has left the political commission of NLC amiss on the interest of many of those who had presented themselves as the leaders of the Labour Party. Clearly, this has also established the need for all of us of popular democracy, good governance, and political accountability, qualities that are exemplified by Mr. Peter Obi, who was the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general elections, to rally around the NLC Political Commission as we take determined steps to recover and reposition the Labour Party. The Nigerian Labour Congress Political Commission, with the support of all stakeholders, all of you here present, represented in this meeting, is committed to putting the Labour Party on the high pedestal of the numero uno political party in Nigeria, both in terms of membership size, political consciousness, and fidelity, and ability to sweep future elections in Nigeria. To achieve this, we must look beyond the past and look into a glorious future of what can be achieved by the collaboration of Nigerian workers and people in the political space. And that's why, when I started, I said we are playing here politics without bitterness. And there are no enemies in Labour Party. The true believers of the ideology of Labour Party do not make enemies of others, even when they hold different opinions. We are majority. This is what frightens the establishment and reactionary political parties. They are frightened because we are majority. We are the workers. We are the obedience. We are the believers in new Nigeria. And that is what frightens them. This is why they want the Labour Party to continue to stew in crisis. A lot of the things that are happening in the Labour Party is engineered from outside. Will you call that political engineering? Just to keep us under, because we are the only group that can make the difference. This is why they want Labour to continue to stew in crisis, why they cut away the Commonwealth and leave the masses of our people in abject penury and poverty. As you can see, it's happening all over. Most of us that started with being above the poverty line today are going under the poverty line by every standard. Your presence today in this meeting is a signal to them that they are collaborators. They and their collaborators, from what is happening today, know that the game is over. Arising from this meeting, we must take decisions that will deliver an all-inclusive and expansive national convention of the Labour Party. Most crucially, we must take decisions on mass mobilization of Nigerian workers and people into the Labour Party as a conscious duty towards raising the critical mass of defending the ethos of democracy and winning elections.
we must take decisions that will convince Nigerians that the big lion is fully astir and ready to roar the dreams of a great Nigeria to reality. Pursuant to this, we expect that this meeting should set up a transition committee for the purpose of conducting an all-inclusive and expansive national convention of the Labour Party from what congresses all through to the national convention. We expect that the form and time frame for this will be decided by all the stakeholders of the Labour Party here present. And for the records, ladies and gentlemen, we want to state that invitation to this stakeholders meeting was extended to all the relevant organizations and individuals who, by the reason of their former positions and contributions to the Labour Party, are qualified as stakeholders to chart a course forward for the party. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, Labour Party stakeholders, we want to express our gratitude to patriotic stakeholders and groups that have made innumerable sacrifices to stand with the Labour Party and to build the Labour Party with an enduring political institution into an enduring political institution in Nigeria. The working class family, Labour Party Board of Trustees, the leader of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, the performing governor of Abia State, His Excellency Dr. Alex Oti, the caucus of elected Labour Party lawmakers both in National Assembly and the State Houses of Assembly, former members of the Labour Party National Working Committee, the Obedient Movement, the coalition of candidates of the Labour Party and Labour Party leadership in states, various youth student movements, diaspora support groups, and women groups, the Coalition for New Nigeria, the LPPMC, prominent socio-cultural organizations, the Elders Council of Labour Party, the diverse professional callings in Nigeria have made huge sacrifices to rally Nigerians around the vision of the Labour Party. There are so many of them we have not mentioned, but the truth about it is that at the end of the day, we are going to reach out to you. You are going to reach out to us. We are consistent. We will make this party what it is supposed to be, the primary party in Nigeria. And sincerely speaking, we cannot afford to disappoint ourselves and Nigerians. While we wish us a faithful and fruitful deliberation, we reiterate the resolve of the Nigerian Labour Congress Political Commission. We are resolved to join hands with other stakeholders to build a Labour Party that all of us and posterity will be profoundly proud of. Aluta, continua, Victoria, Asata. Nigerians united can never be defeated. I remain Professor Theophilus Ndubuako. I am speaking for the chairman, Nigerian Labour Congress Political Commission. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Prof. Once a professor, always a professor. You don't get professorship overnight. And Nigerian Labour Congress is blessed with a great intellectual and a great unionist. Can we give me a round of applause? I intentionally skipped the chairman's opening remarks. I intentionally invited Professor to lecture us, and thereafter, the chairman will then talk to us. Before I invite the chairman, may I recognize the president of Comrade Adeboyega Adeniji, the convener of Nigeria Rescue Congress. Wherever you are, can we recognize you? You're welcome, sir. We have Comrade Bobo Atero, National Vice Chairman, South of Labour Party. Can you please come over to the other side, wherever you are? You are welcome. We have Comrade Mama Mbuka, the National Vice Chairman, Northeast. Please be recognized. You are welcome, sir. Our Comrade Chairman, a powerful, once powerful President of Nigerian Labour Congress. I think we are privileged this afternoon to have past leaders, array of leaders of Nigerian Labour Congress. We can't get it better. Before I invite him, let me equally recognize the President of my own brother who joined us, Okoli. You are welcome. An entrepreneur, a great supporter of our great party. You are welcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, can we formally welcome the chairman of the occasion and invite him to talk to us. Mr. Chairman, Comrade President, you are welcome.
Well, thank you very much, MC. But I must tell you that you have spoiled my day. I am a teacher, and you allow a professor to speak before me. I don't even know what to say, because I used to relate a story about a teacher and a professor. And a professor was asked to explain the difference between a teacher and a professor. So he paused a little. And he said, well, a professor is somebody who thinks a lot and talks little, while a teacher is somebody who talks a lot and thinks little. So you see the dilemma I'm in now. And for that reason, I will not even talk much, so that I will not fumble much. And my duty is very simple. Let me stand on the existing protocol, first of all, beginning from the representative of the leader of the party and also the chairman of the board of trustees, the chairman of political commission of Nigeria Labour Congress, and all other distinguished ladies and gentlemen here present. Like I said, I wanted Comrade to remind me of the last stanza of the workers' anthem, where it's ending by that we'll do this when we realize that the union makes us strong. And when we are talking about union now here, especially as regards the issue of Labour Party in Nigeria today, we are not exclusively talking about Nigeria Labour Congress. This is the union we are talking about. The NC said it already, that all the major stakeholders here have now agreed to come together to form a union that will do what? Rescue our party, reposition our party so that we'll become a force to be reckoned with, and subsequently taking the lead and leading Nigeria. That is our hope, and that is why we are here. And somebody also mentioned that I think that's the chairman of the political commission, who mentioned that he was not even expecting that people will be here, because a while ago some were not even in speaking terms with others. But we have all decided to put this behind us because we have a greater task ahead of us. There's no doubting the fact that in our anthem we always say the union is our strength. I am urging each and every person here representing whatever coalition, whatever group, to make sure to accept that we are forming a union here today with the hope and the aim of salvaging the Labour Party, to moving it to greater heights. I am glad the Nigeria Labour Congress is now taking the bull by the horn, because let me tell you, the struggle did not start just from 2023 or this year. The struggle to keep Labour Party straight in straight line has been on for a very, very long time. But perhaps maybe the only difference in the past had been majorly there were insiders. There were insiders that we had to contend with. That was why maybe we are not making it so elaborate. We do our in-house fights and so on. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we are aware and we are concerned that today it is a different ball game altogether. A clique, maybe I don't want to say an individual, but even if I say so, am I so wrong? How can just an individual or a few individuals continue to play on the intelligence of the greatest, the most intelligent people in this country? So I thank the Nigeria Labour Congress for taking the bull by the horn, summoning the courage to bring together all the stakeholders to fashion the way out to make sure that we salvage this Labour Party and make it great again. I'm sure I'm not the only person who is sad at what is happening in the Labour Party today. Are we happy? I'm sure if we had done the right thing right from the setting, by now it would have been a different ball game. That's why when I wanted to start the introduction, I wanted to say all our respected, elected and denied political officers here present. Because I know that others were able to scale through, but very many others were denied because of different factors. And these are some of the things after repositioning the party, the party will focus on, to making sure that once we go for contest, we are not experimenting, we are aiming at something and we will get it. And I'm sure by the support of Nigerian workers, when we say Nigerian workers, please don't have the illusion that it is only employed persons. Anybody who is not a bourgeoisie, anybody who toils to earn his living is a worker. The difference is that some people work for organizations, some work for themselves, but they are all workers. And this is one of the tasks we have to go down to do. And I heard very well the chairman of the political commission mentioned that at the end of the day, what we ought to do is to go and carry out an all-inclusive and expansive world congresses, local government congresses, up to state, and then it will culminate into national convention. And I tell you, at the end of the day, without being rhetoric, you will discover that the Labour Party is going to be the leading party in Nigeria by membership, by legitimate membership. And I wish all the best, and I want us to assiduously work towards this. He has also mentioned the issue of setting the stakeholders, setting up the transition committee that will work towards achieving this. I think this is a great idea, and I want to urge everybody to put in his or her best in this respect so that we will achieve what we aim to achieve. Like I said, mine is just to welcome you. I really welcome you, and I thank you very much. Despite the short notice, people have come from all nooks and crannies of this country. I think this is a very, very good sign. Since we have been told while we are here, and I'm sure this is the major crux, that Labour Party, the Board of Trustees, I think maybe I may be talking legally now. The Board of Trustees, having realized that there was about to be a vacuum in the leadership of Labour Party, also took the bull by the horn by writing to say that they have taken over with the view to putting a body in place that will steer the affairs to go up to Congress, so that the Labour Party will not be the loser. And you know very well that if we continue with the present situation, Labour Party is at very, very great risk. Do you know why? The other parties are there watching. If we continue until we get to the critical point where maybe around the prepare people's times and money and energy, they stand in for elections and so on, all of a sudden somebody will go to court and say you cannot build a castle in the air because there's even no Labour Party. It doesn't have the basis, and that is enough to say, oh, you are disqualified. That means all of us will look stupid, and God forbid. Finally, once again, I want to thank you very much for coming, and like they have promised, that it is our coming together that will take decisions, far-reaching decisions, to make sure that the party is now being taken over and repositioned. And you know, the only way we can do it, better things can only come out from all of us. Once again, you are welcome, and I thank you very much.
I think our comrade president deserves more than this. Can we give him a standing round of applause? The comrade president, thank you very much. We're getting to the written. Before I do that, let me quickly recognize the president of, the secretary of Igbo Elders Forum, Professor Charles Wekak. Prof, can we recognize you? May I equally recognize the president of Comrade Solomon Ndam of Plateau LP chairman. Also in our midst is Kadiri Oloko, the Edo State Political Commission chairman. Kadiri, you are welcome. Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the leader of our great party is here, represented. That is the difference. Mr. Peter Gregory Omobasi Obi, the former elected governor of Anambra State, the former and on of politics in Nigeria. What happened in Senegal last few weeks was they borrowed it from us here in Nigeria. Because we did it before them. But because we have a lot of thieves around, they denied us the opportunity of celebrating the wonderful success we achieved. We will never be discouraged. Can we give ourselves a round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, I will invite our leader, the leader of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, to formally declare the stakeholders. Mr. Peter will be represented by Dr.
Great Nigerian people of the greatest and the greatest and the over greatest Labour Party. Thank you very much. May I stand on the existing protocols, but I will single out Comrade President Umar as a point of contact to all the labor leaders who are seated here. Mr. President, warm greetings for His Excellency and all the leaders of the Labour Congress. And of course, to the chairman of the Political Commission, led by Comrade Theophilus. Mr. President, Chairman, thank you very much. Warm greetings from His Excellency. And all leaders who are seated on this side of the aisle and the other side of the aisle, warm greetings from His Excellency to every one of us. May we use this opportunity to get peace and reconciliation for the Labour Party. His Excellency passes his apologies for not being here physically for the simple reason that there was an early arrangement for him to travel out of the country to address a world symposium at the Harvard University. So he's preparing to travel out of the country any moment from now. But because of the importance he attached to anything that has to do with peaceful reconciliation, he asked me to speak at this particular occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, you are aware that His Excellency has been in every issue, has intervened in every subject that has to do with peaceful reconciliation in the Labour Party. This he has done not by saying it, he practicalized it with action. He has had several meetings with the members of the Federal House of Representatives, has various meetings with the senators, he has meetings with the Labour Party itself and all other stakeholders. You are also aware that he has been conducting some tour around the country to celebrate with our brothers and sisters in the month of Ramadan and the month of Lent. Actually, we just came back from Gombe, Bauchi, Kaduna, and then I'm here. All in the area of trying to find a lasting solution to our general problem as a country. And so therefore, His Excellency said, I should say here, that he's calling for resolution of all contending issues. It is only when you have peace that you can be able to even vie for any position whatsoever. So without a peaceful reconciliation, we will continue to wallow up in these particular challenges up and down. So he recalled and he requests strongly that should be that there are various litigation hanging in and out, known and unknown, on the Labour Party, and that will not give you a straight and easy passageway to get to the destination of reclaiming Nigeria. So one of the particular committees should look very seriously in reconciling all legal issues and eliminating them before anything, so that it could give a very easy access to every person that is contesting under the Labour Party, even in him. 2, the reconciliation should reach out to every political stakeholder. There is no enemy in Labour Party. We can also say the enemies of Nigeria are outside the Labour Party. If we come together, we can be able to overcome the enemies of Nigeria who are outside the Labour Party. The Labour Party should be seen as one and not a different group that belongs to different interests. Ladies and gentlemen, you also recall that His Excellency was also saying that he is not desperate to be the president of Nigeria, but he is desperate to see Nigeria works. And if Nigeria is to work, it starts from this reconciliation movement that this particular gathering has already initiated. Finally, there's a particular word he always also says. He said, he who seeks to be called an excellency must come through an excellent way. I thank you very much for listening. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, His Excellency. I think we can give you more than what we gave him. Please, you're welcome. Thank you very much for a wonderful speech. And thank you for declaring this meeting open. The Nigerian Labour Congress that midwifed the Labour Party are by the constitution of Labour Party to produce members, some members of the Board of Trustees, and more importantly, chairman of the Labour Party Board of Trustees should come from NRC. We are privileged that the first chairman, national chairman of Labour Party, in the person of SOZ Ejiofor, is the chairman of Board of Trustees of Labour Party. It's now my privilege and honor to welcome Comrade SOZ Ejiofor to speak. Thank you, Mr. Comrade President.
Isoleto, E-Africa, E-Africa, Aluta, comrades, crisis is part of human beings. So it is not strange. Let me thank first a few of you that have remained steadfast with the Labour Party despite all crises, despite being neglected and pushed to the ground. I congratulate you. I do this having in mind the comrades in Lagos State. Are they here? Is Comrade Effiong here? Is she here? These are people who have been persecuted, neglected, ignored, yet they meet every 2 weeks, 4 years. Why am I saying this? In this struggle, we have those who have lion hearts, very committed and convinced. You ignore them, they become stronger. I thank you very much. I'm sure they exist in some other states. We should not by any way be discouraged. Crisis is a continuous thing. That's why we call it struggle. The struggle has no end. Life is a continuum with struggle in different forms. So, comrades, I thank the NLC itself for taking up that this party, they midwifed it. I'll tell you one simple story. In fact, when I came here today, I recalled what happened in Calabar. Studies of what year? 1989. Some of our elders, most are dead today. People like late Kome Goodluck, S.U. Basi, late Fatogu, late Escotoyo, Olaoni, Pascal, and some of us say, look, we should now forget the past and start preparing for a party of the working people. You may not know,
These were those who suffered under the military. Military detained them, released them, detained them, they continued. A few of us calculate that we now registered the Labour Party, known at first as Party for Social Democracy. It differs from Social Democratic Party. And if you take time to read the fundamental ideas of the party, there'll be no crisis. But like most Nigerian things, people want to chop without working. It's a problem we have. But they will always fail, they will keep failing. So, comrades, after today's meeting, the struggle will now start in a more serious way. Don't say, I continue. It should now start in a more continuous and determined manner. What do I mean? You go back to your state, there will be meetings, there will be contributions, because the entire thing is people have now seen, like all Nigerian parties, that you can trade with. Trade. That is organization. Very unfortunate. A governor told me almost 25 million naira to get party ticket. Which means you cannot become a candidate, not even your award from the components, which is the organs of the party. And I'll tell you one thing. Some of us who have the fortune of knowing a little bit about the First Republic, even most of our founding fathers, they did not commercialize such things. So, comrades, luckily for us, the NLC Political Commission, I want to appeal to some of you who are still active in your states. This mission means we shall not go back to our states, our branches, and reactivate action. When you shout Aluta, by the grace of God, they made the Labour Party to what it is today. And for those who have come to bastardize it, please, for God's sake, accept that you're a human being, you can make mistakes. Stay clear. Because if you don't stay clear, you will now face a continuous crisis which may affect you adversely. So once more, NLC Political Commission, thanks so much that what you have created, you have said, you cannot see die. May you never die. For those in states where they have active war party, don't give up. Don't give up. And for those who believe that it is their business to commercialize Labour Party, for God's sake, ask yourself the question. Post. Do you think it's you? Of course, no. So once more, luckily I have my colleagues here, Salisu, Osage. These were those who passed through the entire meals. We shall always be with you. We'll always be with you. Don't say I came that will take the party back to its roots. Labour Party, part of its activities.
Sit down.
Thank you to our chairman, the BOT chairman of our great party. Can we give him a round of applause, please? Yes, please. We are getting distracted. Our house is getting distracted. Can we settle down? They are going to give us something to cool our tongue. And please let me equally use this opportunity to recognize one of our strong pillars of this party who we omitted. Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome Mr. Luka Dalong. Luka Dalong is a great banker, one of Nigeria's great bankers. You know, they are very, very quiet on the quiet side, but they have very deep pockets. There are people that are blue sheep in the making. Luka, can we recognize you? Please, let me equally recognize Comrade Bamishe is of the Political Commission, Lagos. Comrade Barrister Effiong is equally from the Lagos Party, Lagos Group. You are welcome. You are welcome. Now, we are going to hear from us. This is a stakeholders forum. It's not only for the leaders to talk. It's my privilege now to invite the obedient members of the party. They are the people who made us what we are today. It's my honor and privilege to welcome Dr. Mo, the Mad Mo, to speak.
I will stand on the existing protocol. Obedience, are you here? Freedom cometh by struggle. Freedom come by struggle, by struggle. Freedom cometh by struggle. Freedom come. Freedom cometh by struggle, freedom come by struggle, by struggle. Me, I love my country, I love the land and people, everything he did for Nigeria, to make Nigeria better. Comrades, 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 obedience, are you here? Njenje, are you here? Fire, are you here? I bet I'm make this house hot small now. We belong to nobody and we belong to everybody. Our position is the same. Anywhere our principal go, also our principal, and because this honorable occasion has deemed it fit that the obedience are represented here, we are here. For those who do not understand what the obedience are, we are like an energy. We are like fire. Can you create fire? Can you destroy fire? We cannot be created, we cannot be destroyed. But we can be channeled and controlled. Are you hearing me? So we are here today because we don't have room for nyama nyama. The only thing we want is a working Nigeria. And we will work within the purview of any forum, any structure that will give and recognize the obedience. And so we are here today to pledge our allegiance to NLC, to the Political Commission, to the Labour Party stakeholders. Come on, obedience, are you here? Am I speaking for you? Make some noise! That is how we are known. That is how we are heard. We are here to dismantle the structure of criminality. Anybody will say in Papa no go sleep, he said no go. Anybody will say Mama no go sleep, he said no go. We are the pikin in the midst and we get coconut head. We know they hear word from criminality. We know they hear word from people who know they follow legality. We are here to correct all the nyama nyama and all the failures of our fathers. And if you are part of them, be ready because we are coming for you. We have a party. We are a religious group. We are beyond any region. We are the new Nigeria. And today we are here. Obedience, make some noise!
Thank you very much. I'm adopted obedient. Thank you very much. Dr. Mo, you've really charged and energized us. Ladies and gentlemen, the day is fast spent, but I'm going to still invite some critical stakeholders to at least greet us here. You see, the Political Commission has given us a working document. We, the stakeholders, must accept that working document, and we accept it by form of motion. And before we do that, I want some critical stakeholders to still talk. One of the critical stakeholders that have been in this in recent weeks is here with us. And it's my honor and privilege, National Treasurer, Mrs. Olusegun Obala, to come and greet us. 2 minutes.
No woman, when Labour Party come they rule. When Labour Party come they rule on. Nigeria go better. When Labour. At first I had thought that I was a lone voice in the wilderness. Unknown to me, I had supporters. Glory be to God for that. One person controlling the party as if it was his personal property. And unfortunately, my colleagues there haven't seen the ills being done by one person. They're not bold enough to speak up. Hence the reason you see them talking from both sides of their mouth. But thankfully, to the glory of God, I am that whistleblower that have seen ills, and I took it upon myself to speak out when ills have been meted out. Unfortunately, some of us here might not really know the ills that Abure and his cohorts have heard. Because they're outside, they wouldn't really know what has happened. But thankfully, it goes by, events are in. So I want to thank every Nigerian. I want to thank the stakeholders here. I want to thank the NLC. I want to thank everybody here. Please, whatever it is you need to bring on table for the party to move forward, bring it on. Because we must rescue this party. This party must not be allowed to die in one person's hand. It is not alone.
You see, I'm always blessed among women. Our former, maybe he's still the acting national chairman, because that one was on gunpoint in Benin, and we say no to criminality and brigandage.
Labour Party, Caretaker Committee, CTS, Comrade Mrs. Maria Lebeke, 2024 at Wizards Place, plot. Okay. So it is with profound gratitude and utmost sense of responsibility that I stand here today to accept my appointment. Okay. So to greet you, all of you here. I was the former acting national chairman that was removed on the going point at Benin NEC meeting 29 9th March 2021 by Julius Abule, the illegal occupant of my position. I was elected as a deputy national chairman on 10th June 2021 at Akwanga. I was unanimously asked to act, as our constitution demands, to act and finish the tenure of the late chairman. I attended 2 meetings